Let's get to our first event today, our first of 3 racing events. It is the Can-Am Auto Race from beautiful Lime Rock, Connecticut. That's near Hartford. This series of racing is very much a competition between the Canadian and American drivers, with the leaders heading into this race, Dr. Lou Sell of Hawaii, Rick Miaskiewicz from Colorado, and Toronto's Horst Kroll. The Lime Rock Can-Am, it's a good one, and with the commentary, here's Paul Chater.
We're at the Lime Rock Racetrack in Connecticut for the 3rd round of the 86 Can-Am Series.
It's like a roller coaster. It is a lot of fun, but you have to play it really careful.
It's a race with little cars against big ones.
A little tough to overcome a couple hundred horsepower disadvantage.
Sell's little car stole the pole, but Miaskiewicz leads the big cars.
We'll definitely try to get to the front right at the start.
2-time Canadian champion Horst Kroll drives the number 37 Frisbee Chevrolet. He'll start on the 2nd row directly behind Sell. Number 3, Rick Miaskiewicz from Denver, has a Frisbee similar to Kroll's with over 500 horsepower. Number 5, Lou Sell from Hawaii, has less than 300 horsepower. But after 2 races, he leads the Can-Am standings with 27 points to Kroll with 26. As the pace lap begins, let's have a look at Lime Rock's 2.5 kilometers. Earlier today, Horst Kroll gave us a tour of the track.
This is corner 1, a very fast corner right after the 160-mile straightaway. We trying to keep the apex right here so that we can set up for the very big right-hand corner leading into this corner 2, which is a 3rd gear corner. Trying to keep it very straight. Setting up for corner 3, which we're approaching right now. Corner 3 is a 2nd gear corner. Corner 4 is sort of a zigzag type of corner, and there's only one fast way through there, and that is using the whole road, which makes it difficult to pass during the race. And being so bumpy makes it twice as difficult. We're coming to the most difficult corner, corner 5. It's a right-hand up the hill type corner, which has been known to be a disaster here in Lime Rock. A lot of cars have actually left ground here, and if you're not very careful, especially in a Can-Am car like I have, that would be a disaster. Corner 6 is another right-hander, which is leading into a downhill type of corner that leads into the straightaway. Now that one here is basically flat out, and it is a downhill corner, but what happens is at the end, we need all the road from the inside right to the outside to gain speed down the straightaway here.
The field is lined up with pole winner Lou Sell setting the pace as they come up to the starter's flag, and it's green. Diving into the first turn, Rick Miaskiewicz uses his extra power to take the lead. Sell holds 2nd with Kroll right behind. Followed by Diego Montoya's 5-liter Frisbee. With full fuel tanks at the start of the race, Sell's car is at its greatest disadvantage, but he's staying right with Miaskiewicz and ahead of Kroll through the twisty back section. But on the long front stretch, Kroll's extra horsepower shows. He pulls out to pass and takes 2nd place going into the first turn. As they go into the twisty back section for the 2nd time, the top 3 have already pulled away from the rest of the field. This is where Sell has his advantage, but he still has that weight problem of carrying enough fuel to run the 170 kilometers distance. It's definitely a David and Goliath battle, but in this case, Sell, playing David, is outnumbered 2-1. On the front stretch, Kroll has already forgotten Sell. He has Miaskiewicz in his sights, and he wants the lead. And there he goes with a feint to the right, under braking for Big Bend. Kroll and Sell can tighten right up behind the leader through the twisty turns, but there's no room to pull out and pass until the front straightaway. This diving turn leading into the front stretch is the key to passing here at Lime Rock. A fast exit from the turn onto the straight makes Miaskiewicz hard to pass, and this lap at least, Kroll can't do it. Once again, Kroll can catch up under braking into Big Bend at the end of the front straight, but so can Sell in the little 2-liter march. Is this track a handful in a 5-liter car?
A little bit. I don't think it's any worse than any other track. We're just trying to compromise, but it is a specialty 2-liter track. We've known that for years. The 2-liter has a better chance of having a good shot at the number 1 position.
There's Kroll in car number 37 with Lou Sell's white March BMW right on his heels. Rick Miaskiewicz, Horst Kroll, and Lou Sell 1, 2, 3, all within a second of each other. This time, coming out of the diving turn, Kroll and Sell are both close to the leader in perfect position to try and slipstream past. Sell's still heavy with fuel, but Kroll has the momentum to pull out beside Miaskiewicz and dive for the lead under braking. It's close, but the leader won't give way, and Kroll backs off. They're nose to tail through Big Bend. Lou Sell explained how his underpowered car can race with the big 5-liter Chevys.
Well, there was a rules change for all the Can-Am teams for this year, and they, in effect, took away the ground effects for the big cars, and they allowed the smaller cars to retain their ground effects in an attempt to kind of equalize them. There is no longer a 2-liter class, so we're on our own now. We don't get any... if we finish second overall, we finish second overall. We don't win 2 liters. So
it's still a 3-man race with Miaskiewicz controlling the pace. Kroll and Sell can get close, but that critical diving turn is where the hard work starts. This time, Kroll is running very close. He's breathing the leader's exhaust fumes, running right in his slipstream until the last possible moment. Then he pulls out to pass, but Miaskiewicz shuts the door. Miaskiewicz holds the lead, and it must all start again. With fuel tanks lightening, Sell should start to be more of a threat. But unless Kroll can slipstream into the lead, the only thing that will give Kroll the advantage will be mechanical problems for Miaskiewicz or heavy traffic. With nearly equal cars and 270-kilometer top speeds, these drivers must have great confidence in each other to race this close together. One mistake could eliminate all 3 from the race. This time, Kroll's closer than ever before as they go onto the front straightaway. He should go past, but he can't do it. Miaskiewicz must have been saving a little extra for just this kind of maneuver. Into Big Bend, Kroll hangs on, and there's a lapped car in front. This may be the break Kroll has been waiting for. It's Cliff Dawson's march, but the Montrealer has seen the battle behind and wisely moves out of the way in sportsmanlike fashion. We've got a crash. It's Giovanni Tartaglia's Osella. He's hit the outer safety barrier, but wait, the driver's all right. He's getting out of the car without assistance. Farther back in the pack, there's some good racing going on with John Gunn's Phoenix holding Diego Montoya's Frisbee and Jeremy Hill's Photon. They started at the back of the field. Even so, they're making their way up the standings. On the front stretch, Kroll is positioned to make another try for the lead. Can he make it? Not as long as Miaskiewicz is paying attention. So the order remains as it has from the beginning. Miaskiewicz in car number 3 in the lead, followed by the Canadian Horst Kroll of Toronto in number 37, and Dr. Lou Sell from Hawaii in car number 5. Tartaglia's Bento Cell is in a dangerous position, and safety workers have called for a tow truck. This will bring a pace car onto the track to slow the field until the track is again safe for racing. But until the pace car appears, there's still racing. And there goes Italian driver Fabio Mancini in the red Osella, passing 2 cars at the same time. He's trying hard to avoid being lapped by the leaders, who are storming up behind him. And there's the pace car in the middle of that traffic. Let's see if the driver can thread the needle and pick up the race leader. He's done it. He's now in front of the leader, Miaskiewicz. This break will give all the drivers a rest, but it's especially important for the 2 leader cars, who are now right behind the leaders with lighter fuel loads that should make them more competitive. This includes Lou Sell in 3rd place in car number 5, the white car, and Peter Greenfield in 4th in the blue car number 41. They can both challenge for the lead. So far, Greenfield has been playing a waiting game, while Sell has raced up front with the big 5-liter Frisbees of Miaskiewicz and Kroll. We'll return to Lime Rock for the restart.
Enter the world of Timex quartz. Great looks that can take a licking. The Timex Triathlon has an 8-lap memory chronograph. It's for men and women of iron. This Timex sports quartz is water resistant to 100 meters. The Timex Black Max quartz, flat out excitement. The world of Timex quartz is tough to beat.
Why is Computerland the first choice for Canadian business? Because Computerland offers total solutions, including quality products. Like the new Amiga, the easy-to-use personal computer with better color graphics and more speed and power than any other computer in its class. The Amiga is a technological breakthrough. You can work on many tasks at once, graph 3D images, orchestrate 32 instruments at once, and more. Yet it runs IBM PC software, so it can be used for already available business applications. Computerland, the one thing to know about computers.
Tickets for Euston party. It's all arranged. The ambassador's prepaid everything. Tickets, hotels.
Mr. Euston, yes, 6th and 1st class to Geneva.
That's right.
How will you be paying, sir?
Paying? But I thought...
That's called Flight 226 to Geneva.
Fortunately, the American Express card has no preset spending limit. So when you need to cover the unexpected... the American Express card. Don't leave home without it.
Coming up on Sports Weekend, top runners from 30 countries compete in the Women's Road Race Championships at Gateshead, England.
CBC Sports Weekend.
The field is lined up behind the pace car as the remains of Giovanni Tartaglia's Osella BMW leave the track on the wrecker's hook. This car, once driven by Canada's Jacques Villeneuve, has definitely seen better days. We're back at Lime Rock, Connecticut for Can-Am 86 Round 3. This track is called the Road Racing Center of the East. It's actor Paul Newman's home track and a track that requires absolute precision. The pace car heads for the pits, and the green flag flies to signal the race is on again. John Gunn's Blue Phoenix makes a dive to the inside. He's got to jump on Sell as he moves up to 3rd, followed by Peter Greenfield's Ralt. It's still Miaskiewicz and Kroll up front, but Sell has dropped to 5th with the howling mob behind him. So far, Miaskiewicz has shown that he can handle Kroll, but with Gunn and Greenfield in hot pursuit, it may get too crowded for all concerned. From the restart, John Gunn has suddenly materialized as a real threat. His blue number 39 Phoenix Chevrolet is a car he designed and built in Miami. It's a prototype for a new generation of Can-Am racers, using the new V6 Chevy engine instead of the old reliable V8. Today, Gunn's using a V8 to demonstrate that his basic car design has what it takes to win or place well today. A good result could mean a lineup of Can-Am racers eager to buy one of his creations. Miaskiewicz, Kroll, Gunn, and Greenfield have made a nice four-car train, with Sept in 5th place as the caboose. The first two have broken free from the rest of the pack. Miaskiewicz and Kroll will continue their private duel. But Kroll still can't get past, no matter how hard he tries. Gunn's Phoenix is missing with engine trouble, so Greenfield moves to 3rd with Sept right behind in 4th. There's a spin. It's Bruce Langson's Frisbee taking to the dirt in Big Bend. He's okay, but he'll have to wait for a break in traffic before he can get back onto the track. Miaskiewicz and Kroll are finding their way through traffic, but they seem to have a new shadow in the form of Greenfield. There's Langson, still parked across the track. This could be a dangerous situation until he gets rolling again. There he goes. His car seems okay after the spin, but he'll probably make a quick pit stop to see if there's any serious damage to the car. At 33 laps, half distance in this 160-kilometer race, Rick Miaskiewicz's Frisbee leads Horst Kroll's similar car, followed by Peter Greenfield's Ralt number 41, Lucell's March, and Jeremy Hill's Photon. Bruce Langson, after his spin, is a lap down on the leaders, followed by Randy Zimmer's Ralt Mazda, Diego Montoya's Frisbee, Bill Tempero's Williams, and Bill Vincent's Yorkshire to complete the top 10. Kroll and Miaskiewicz can still pull away from Greenfield's little 2-liter car on the long front straight, but with 2 cars behind him, the leader will be looking for some traffic to lose his pursuers. In this kind of situation, experience pays off, and it looks like Miaskiewicz has what it takes. The leader slips through traffic, hoping that it will slow his pursuers on this twisty back section. But most important of all, Miaskiewicz gets to the diving turn with enough speed to keep him in the lead on the front stretch. Spins again. And Miaskiewicz almost loses it too, but there's a great recovery by Rick Miaskiewicz, and his Frisbee was heading for the Connecticut countryside with Kroll and Greenfield both ready to go for the lead. It looks like Langson can't get restarted, so he may have to sit out the rest of the race. With 1.5 seconds bracketing the first 3 and Lucell only 3 seconds behind, it's still anyone's race with 20 laps to go. Toronto's Horst Kroll's in trouble. He's just been passed by Greenfield for 2nd place. Straight, Miaskiewicz has increased his lead to 1.5 seconds over Greenfield, while Kroll has already dropped a full 1.5 seconds behind Greenfield. There's the leader, Rick Miaskiewicz, in car number 3, and he's closely followed by our new 2nd place driver, Peter Greenfield, car number 41 from Freeport, New York. He's driving one of the smaller 2-liter cars. On the back section, Kroll's engine doesn't sound as crisp and clear as Miaskiewicz or as it did earlier in the race. He may be having serious engine troubles. It's now a two-man duel between Miaskiewicz and Greenfield with 13 laps to go. Kroll has dropped the distance of the front straightaway behind, but at high speed his engine sounds fine, so he must be having transmission troubles. The race started with speculation about whether a 2-liter car could beat the 5-liter machines here at Lime Rock. With 10 laps to go, Greenfield's weight disadvantage is gone, and his local knowledge of Lime Rock may make the difference. Rick Miaskiewicz has his own opinions about Greenfield's seemingly underpowered 2-liter machine.
Well, it's not really an underpowered car because of the nature of this particular circuit. They can stay on the gas all but for the end of the front straightaway, where we have to do a number of braking and acceleration and deceleration. It'll be interesting because he's a lot lighter and a lot faster through the back of the course, but we should be quite a bit faster through the front of the course.
And there's Greenfield right on Miaskiewicz's tailpipes through the back section. He's there, but can he pass? Kroll is slipping farther behind, and it won't be long until he has to start worrying about loose cell. As they come up to lap slower cars, Cell is right behind Kroll, and third place is very much in doubt, while Miaskiewicz has a good view of Greenfield in his rearview mirrors. Cell has passed Kroll with 3 laps to go. If Cell can hold third place to the finish line, he'll hang on to the Can-Am points lead, even if Miaskiewicz wins. And that's still a good day's work for the pole starter. Kroll hits heavy traffic on the back section. Definitely not what he needs if his transmission is acting up. Meanwhile, Cell is charging like there's still a chance to catch Greenfield and Miaskiewicz, so the race is far from over. With less than a lap to go, Greenfield is running out of time to prevent Miaskiewicz from winning his first ever professional race. The checkered flag, first for Miaskiewicz and 1.5 seconds later for Peter Greenfield. A flawless performance by Rick Miaskiewicz for his first ever Can-Am victory, and another victory for the Frisbee, which carried Al Unser Jr. and Jacques Villeneuve to consecutive Can-Am titles in 1982 and 1983. Lou Cell is third, followed by a disappointed Horst Kroll. 1 lap behind came Canadian Jeremy Hill, followed by Diego Montoya, Randy Zimmer, Bill Vincent, Bill Tempero, and Steve Johnson's 2-liter Ford. 6 of the top 10 are 2-liter machines, but the position that matters most was taken by a 5-liter car. Miaskiewicz wears the victor's wreath, flanked on his right by second place Peter Greenfield, and on his left by Dr. Lou Cell, who's about to pop the champagne. There are trophies and champagne for the top 3, but for fourth place, Horst Kroll, there's disappointment. Horst, you were challenging hard right from the start for the first 20 laps. What happened to the car?
Well, first I lost some kind of a problem with my sway bar. It was understeering really hard. And then I lost 4th gear. Then I popped it into 5th. I kept it in 5th and drove it in 5th gear until 5th gear gave out. Then I had to pop it in 3rd, and this is how I finished.
There was hardly a time there wasn't somebody in your mirrors this afternoon.
There was always someone in the mirrors. They were everywhere. If it wasn't Horst, it was Peter, and I was having a hard time keeping track of who was trying to do it there for a while.
Were you ever concerned about losing the lead?
No, not actually. There were going to be a few close moments, and I thought that Peter would put a charge on toward the end, and luckily I got through traffic a little more quickly than he, so it worked out well.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Paul.
Dr. Lucelle leads the Can-Am standings by 2 points over Miaskiewicz. Now it's on to Mosport, Ontario for the next race. This is Paul Chater at Lime Rock, Connecticut, returning you to Sports Weekend Control in Toronto.